Baseball has the great advantage over cricket of being sooner ended. The British soldier can stand up to anything except the British War Office. An election is a moral horror, as bad as a battle except for the blood, a mudbath for every soul concerned in it. The golden rule is that there are no golden rules. Statistics show that of those who contract the habit of eating, very few survive. The greatest of evils and the worst of crimes is poverty. Peace is not only better than war, but infinitely more arduous. Caesar was a man of great common sense and good taste, meaning thereby a man without originality or moral courage. Cruelty would be delicious if one could only find some sort of cruelty that didn't really hurt. When I was young, I observed that 9 out of 10 things I did were failures. So I did 10 times more work. The power of accurate observation is commonly called cynicism by those who have not got it. A government that robs Peter to pay Paul can always depend on the support of Paul. I enjoy convalescence. It is the part that makes the illness worthwhile. Few people think more than 2 or 3 times a year. I have made an international reputation for myself by thinking once or twice a week. The only way to deal with temptation is to yield to it. Virtue is insufficient temptation. You cannot be a hero without being a coward. Which painting in the National Gallery would I save if there was a fire? The one nearest the door, of course. We are all dependent on one another. Every soul of us on earth. Except during the 9 months before he draws his first breath, no man manages his affairs as well as a tree does. There is no satisfaction in hanging a man who does not object to it. The trouble with her is that she lacks the power of conversation but not the power of speech. Do not do unto others as you expect they should do unto you. Their tastes may not be the same. Old men are dangerous. It doesn't matter to them what is going to happen to the world. A statesman who confines himself to popular legislation, or, for the matter of that, a playwright who confines himself to popular plays is like a blind man's dog who goes wherever the blind man pulls him, on the ground that both of them want to go to the same place. I want to destroy ownership in order that possession and enjoyment may be raised to the highest point in every section of the community. I have a strong feeling that I shall be glad when I am dead and done for, scrapped at last to make room for somebody better, cleverer, more perfect than myself. Science never solves a problem without creating 10 more. Silence is the most perfect expression of scorn. Democracy substitutes election by the incompetent many for appointment by the corrupt few. We should all be obliged to appear before a board every 5 years and justify our existence, on pain of liquidation. The test of a man or woman's breeding is how they behave in a quarrel. Patriotism is, fundamentally, a conviction that a particular country is the best in the world because you were born in it. If you must hold yourself up to your children as an object lesson, hold yourself up as a warning and not as an example. We are the only real aristocracy in the world, the aristocracy of money. It is most unwise for people in love to marry.